How do you turn? Oh, hello. Who is it? Did you invite me to speak? Hold on. Uh, what the fuck?
Bringing these to your face. You gon' need to speed up the pace. Black lemonade strutting down the staircase. It ain't never safe when the peas on the chase. So you know it's gonna be when it's me in the race. That's that. Drip, drip, come catch this. Drip, drip, drip. Wonder if you know I ain't been to Tokyo, but when I touch down, they hit the ground. If I say drop it low, that's that. Drip, drip, come catch this. Drip, drip, drip. All pink like Suki in my brand new Suzuki. Windows tinted, rims are spinning with the Hello Kitty stickies. If you see me, I'm assuming that it's only in my review. You can call me, but I promise that there's no way I'ma hear you. Pink like Suki in my brand new Suzuki. Windows tinted, rims are spinning with the Hello Kitty stickies. If you see me, I'm assuming that it's only in my review. You can call me, but I promise that there's no way I'ma hear you. You gon' need to speed up the pace. Black to the A straight and then the staircase. Splits out away, bringing these to your face. Splits out away, bringing these to your face. You gon' need to give the bar race. If you want an R race, you can follow our pace. These beats without me is a pre with no.
Would you find it helpful if I told you that my game crashed?
It's funny. Do you need another invite?
I will once I've got him.
It's funny. Do you need another invite?
I will once I've got him. Just watching the stream from... Watching it
Are you
going
okay to send the link in? the like YouTube link in streams.
In what?
It's
Just watching the stream from. Someone's muting you again.
yeah, I know who's doing it, and I
one.
swear to God, I'll temporarily the like YouTube link. It's here. I've added you in it.
In what? I don't have permission. Someone's muting you again.
Yeah, I know who's doing it, and I swear to God, what about now?
I can. Oh, I can't at everyone.
I can fix that. You can now.
Once I get in, I should already be in your party.
Okay. Are you okay to reshare your screen? Sorry, it stopped.
Oh, am I not sharing already? Is it actually is it live?
I have not checked.
The frame
That's
rate
another thing.
is too high apparently. I don't know how to change that.
Okay. Right.
Well done, mate. I think that was going to have to work harder than that if he wants a championship off you.
That's for all the kids out there who dream the impossible. You can do it too, man. I believe in you guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support.
I swear to God, if this F1 game takes any longer to load. Alright, there we go, I'm joining.
Slide out the garage. I got 100 cars just for the underdog. The teller just asked me how I want the cash. I told him 100 large. I want them gold wraps, printed up double R. Big dog, big dog, big dog. Roof, popping out saying I'm great. Biscayne drive, I cut off my roof. You know how I'm coming this take two. Tell her, get out the way. 4x4 big phantom. They thought I was canceled. I piped up and flipped the channel. LST on the brim, they.
Thank you, Slow Daddy. You might be a bit slow. Can't find the account. There we go. I found it. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Prime Racing League as we head into round 6 here at Baku in Azerbaijan. We're in for a short qualifying session here and we will see what our drivers can produce. We'll see whose lap time will come out on the top. So we've got all 20 drivers today. That goes from Sauber, Red Bull, Alpine, Mercedes, Aston Martin, McLaren, Visa Cash Up, Red Bull, Williams, Ferrari, Haas. Well, we got a few drivers making their way out of the pits now. First one out of the pits will be the Alpine. So, as we can see, most drivers out on the soft. There's there's one on the hards and one on the mediums. I don't know what they're going up for. But we will see what will happen. Obviously, I've not got much to expect as it's my first race. But it will be the Alpine across the line first to start the first of flying laps. Here we go, on board with the Alpine, starting lap. Into turn 1, perfectly executed down now into turn 2. Shifting a bit late into the 6th gear there. Makes way round. The yellow flags are out for some reason, and that's a car that look to be in the rules. Look to be the Visa Cash Up. Through the castle section, nice and tight through there, manages to keep it nice and secure. I got the wrong list of Alpine to make it first through. And man, he's on an outlap. Oh, and that's a spin for the Mercedes there. And the first, or the fastest lap has been set. That's a 1:39.8. That will definitely start to get knocked down. And there's the Aston Martin coming into the pits. Teammate is staying out to do another lap by the looks of it. And you've got the fuel to do it. I want to have a look at this Red Bull. It looks to be having sort of train-like almost. Let's look at a few of the ones. Into the pits, Haas just coming out, and the Aston Martin all on their way out. We'll go for a lap with the Red Bull. Current time to beat is a 1:39.4 set from the Williams. And the Red Bull, I don't know what happened there, he looked like he was entering pits and didn't enter pits. Most cars will be heading into the pits now, other than this Aston Martin, who is currently on his outlap. The Red Bull also on his outlap, and the Sauber, who will be first to start his lap. Sauber will pick up a nice slipstream here from the Mercedes getting out of his way. Down into turn 3, keeping it nice and close to the wall, making his way down into turn 4 now. Back onto the power, into my least favourite part of the track because I can never get it right. Turn 5 and 6. Just hitting the curb on the inside and making his way around into 7. Now into the castle section. That's 8. That's 9. And that's 10. Final braking corner of this lap, now down the main straight, all the way to the finish line with Sauber. He's had a fastest fastest second sector. Don't know what happened to that Aston Martin there. All the way down, DRS enabled, burning the rest of the energy that he's got left to make his lap time, and he goes 4th fastest with a 1:40. I was just about to go and spectate him. There we go. We've got caution into turn 1. The Mercedes has retired. Now we'll get moved out the way very quickly. What's going on with Jesse here? Yeah, he's diving into the pits. So here with Kev on to his out lap. Same with the Williams. And that's a new fastest lap from the Red Bull. I'm not too sure what should have happened with that Red Bull. But that's the fastest lap set of a 1:38.8. It's 1.2 seconds ahead of the rest of the pack. So I think someone probably will be able to beat that. It's quite, I think, might be easy enough to beat that. It's not the fastest lap I've ever seen. Unless I'm completely mistaken myself. I can't remember what the average lap time here at Baku is. You can hear those cars roaring by from the other side of the road. That's down on the main straight all the way down to the finish line and to turn number 1. So here we go, the Williams starting his flying lap. DRS on, down the main straight, down into turn 1, braking just before the curbing starts, keeping that nice inside turn, all the way down into turn 2, braking at the 50-meter board, or just before that, nice and clean through there, almost no space towards him in the wall. DRS comes back on, down into turn 3. Braking at the 100-meter boards, down, keeping it nice and tight if you can, into that inner wall, braking at 50 meters yet again, hit that inside curve and sweep it round and let the car almost drift around. So braking at 50 meters, or just before it yet again, keeping just a little bit off the power, and down here, and that's a collision there. Now into the castle section, braking at 50 meters, clean through the castle section and just easing off for that final corner. Now full power down this straight, I guess, hit that inside curb and just tap that one again, and then braking just before that curb starts, hit the inside curb, keep it nice and close to the wall. Braking at the just before the 50-meter board, hit that curb and ride the curb on the outside. Now down the straight into the start-finish line, keeping it nice and tight towards those walls. Get the DRS just over to this line, That's a DRS enabled. That's a rear wing just opening up as he makes his way to the start finish line to pick up the new fastest time of a 1:38.6. That's a perfectly executed lap from the Williams. Now I want to see what happened to. We will change cameras if we can. Just gone into the pits. I'm not too sure what happened there. Looked like he had a collision, but someone did have a 5-place grid penalty. Let's have a look where that was. Here we go. So he got 2 grid penalties for the Alpine, and that's not going to go well in this qualifying or even going into the race tomorrow. That will not be what he wanted. So we have got the Sauber just into turn 1 now. He's on his flying lap. Makes his way down into turn 2. Williams stopped there nicely for him to get through. DRS comes on, making a way down towards turn 3 now. Just had a feeling my mic was muted that whole time. So here we go. The only people to not set a lap time yet is the Sauber, the Mercedes, who is currently DNF'd, and the Aston Martin, who has not set a lap time, who has just come out on his outlap. See if he can finally set one. I'm not too sure what happened with that grid penalty. I definitely saw a collision when we were watching the Williams lap. Didn't want to ruin his lap magic though. So we obviously, I don't know what that was just yet. That's contact to the wall for the that sounded like huge contact. Does he have front wing damage? He doesn't. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know if damage is disabled actually. So now down the straight, you can just see those cars on the other side of the road there. And I believe this is a flying. Yeah, it is a flying up from the Sauber. So he makes his way to start finish line, and he goes 6th fastest, half a second down on. I don't know who that was. Just says half a second down on someone. But half a second down for the Sauber. I don't know if that was that McLaren on a lap there. No, he's not. He's lucky he didn't get in the way of that McLaren. So here we go, the Aston Martin making his way down the main straight. So here we go, Aston Martin starting into turn 1. DRS does not come back on, I don't know what I'm talking about. Braking just before the 50-metre board, coming around into turn 2. DRS comes on, that little contact with the wall there for Dressy. Now down into turn 3, there is a Williams, what looks to be parked there. He looks okay though. Getting out of the way for the Aston Martin. Getting tired here. So we've got a minute and 13 seconds left on the clock at the moment. That means five people will only get, 5 people will only get an out lap, and 2 people will not get another lap in. The 2 people to not get another lap in will be the Sauber with no set time, and the Mercedes in 8th position at the moment. That is almost certain to drop down as the times go on. I don't know what's just happened there. We're watching with Dressy, and he looks to have aborted his lap. I'm not too sure. Can't tell from this place. It's definitely not a good enough lap for Dressy. I don't know if he'll be saving his ERS, his battery, to get another lap in. He looks to be going for another hot lap. That's wheel to wheel with them with the Red Bull. They kept it so clean through turn 1 there. But he looks to be going on another lap. We'll ride on board with him. He doesn't have much battery. We'll get the telemetry up. He's got no battery left. So Red Bull overtakes him down into turn 3. Can he get the overtake into turn 4? No, he can't. The Red Bull will stay ahead. This is proper wheel-to-wheel racing we're seeing here in qualifying. Tries to nearly make a dive into turn 5 through 6. Red Bull just almost loses control. Aston Martin gets very, very close to the wall there. Now into the castle section. This is the section where you do not want to be wheel-to-wheel or close. Into the castle section, nice and clean through there. And he's got a bit of that battery advantage. I think he'll want to be saving that, or saving some of it for the long straight. Just hit that curb maybe a bit too much there. Down into the final braking corner just before the 50-meter board. Hits that, oh, a spin. He's carrying on with his lap though. He needs to get a lap time in. If he gets a lap time in, that will mean he will be P17 or higher, depending on what his lap is. This moment doesn't look like he's not going to get any higher than P17. I believe P18 now. So that's P18, and that is qualifying for the rest of the grid over. At the moment, we have got the Williams in P1, the Red Bull 2-3, McLaren P4, Alpine P5, the Ferrari 6-7, the Sauber 8th, the Mercedes 9th, the other McLaren in P10. That is your top 10 drivers for the grid in the race here at Baku. So let's go through some of those incidents that happened through here. Look to be quite a few. Across the pit lane exit, white line. It's quite normal for everyone. Corner cutting, that's an invalid lap time. Exceeding track limits, that's an invalid lap time. Exceeding track limits again, invalid lap time. Sorry, I need to cough. Didn't get through all of those incidents, but that was definitely an interesting qualifying. We'll say that. We'll say it's interesting. So, into race day. Cloudy here in Baku. We have got the Williams starting in that pole position and the Red Bull finishing the front of the grid, or the front row should I say. I'm quite excited to see how this race will play out. Obviously Baku holds a lot of mysteries and you never completely know what will happen. Hoping for a good race though, very much hoping. I wonder whose PC is slower than mine. So, here we go, lining up on the grid, and we're off on the formation lap. Formation lap is for the drivers to get their tyres nice and warmed up and to get the nicest... What is happening there? I've seen the Red Bull fly off into the runoff area, and he will join at the back of the grid. He will still get his position, but I don't know what happened there. We got another car into the runoff area. It's interesting. Let's see if we've got any more cars spinning out. We don't have any more cars spinning out, but we have a lot already lined up on the grid. Including the Williams. So, who is currently leading? For some reason, the Haas is leading the formation lap, and he starts P12. And we've already had one. I don't know if that's a disqualification from the race or just from the formation lap. It's definitely not something to be proud of, unless they just tried to get it over with. So, two, three, 4, and 5 lights, and it's foot to the floor, and away we go, racing here in Baku. Good start for the Williams down into turn 1, the shortest turn 1 braking distance. The Williams gets a good start, and he's already flying away from the rest of the grid. Red Bull's trying to pass it. That's huge contact there. Absolutely huge contact for what looked to be the Mercedes and Sauber. That's not what you want to have, especially on the first lap. I still don't know if there's damage enabled, unfortunately. We've got a few overtakes happening in the midfield. We've got the Haas and the Mercedes wheel to wheel, and the Haas looks to be pushed into the wall. And there, that's what I saw. And he has definitely got front wing damage, and the Alpine gets pushed around or cut to the corner. And I just want to have a look how many incidents have already been given out. Loads of warnings. Loads. So the Williams got a nice start. He's building up a gap between him and the Red Bull. He has had the fastest second sector, obviously only the first lap, so not much really there to grab. But he's building up a nice gap between him and the Red Bull. And that's the start of lap 2. Lap 1 is over. We've still got a few overtakes happening, and we've got the Alpine diving into the pits to, what I would guess is change his front wing. No, he's not changing his front wing, he's just getting some new tyres on. And he's also, I don't know what happened there. Anyway, out of the pit lane comes the Alpine, and we've also got the Dutch Lion of Williams, who looks to have spun out, and we've got the McLaren and the Mercedes into the wall just in front of him. I don't think that was a McLaren now. That was a Alpine. Covers off the inside from the Williams. Alpine goes wheel to wheel with Mercedes as we make our way down into turn 5 and turn 6. Alpine just gets ahead, pushes the Williams into the wall. Alpine will get that inside line. So will the Mercedes, and we've got a 3-second penalty for the Red Bull in second position at the moment for cutting the corner. And I think that's the reason why he's caught up to the Williams very, very quickly. Very quickly. He's got the DRS on the Williams. The Williams will try to cover off the outside line. Didn't have enough to go for it there. So, how many positions has everyone lost? As it stands, the front row has stayed the same. And I think the most losses is from the Alpine with -10. And the most gained is from the other Alpine with +11. That's certainly something. And the Red Bull's warming up his tyres. And that's a 10-second penalty for the Dutch Lion, who I believe is a Williams, for contact, I think it was. I'll have a look. That's not showing up here. But we've already had a few pit stops. All of the people on soft tyres have pitted. I don't know if everyone's on softs actually. We'll have a quick look. We don't want that. We would like tyres. So we've had a few people on the mediums to start. A few people on the hard. Most people are on the hards now, and a few people still on the soft. That's contact there from the Red Bull, and the Williams will go on board with the Red Bull chasing after the Williams. Well, that's contact into the wall for the Williams. That's not going to be... We'll see what can happen here as the Red Bull chases after the Williams. We will get the DRS going into turn 1. He's got some battery there. Let's see what's going on with the Williams. Williams is saving most of his battery, covering off inside line, and the Red Bulls just picked him off so easily. Ah, he's pitted, that's right. Yeah, that makes more sense. The Red Bull into P1 with a 0.8 second gap, a 1 second gap now, going into turn number 2. And has the... No, McLaren has not got the DRS. Let's see what's going on in the midfield here. Got wheel to wheel with the Aston Martin and the Red Bull, and the cash up, and the Red Bull as he makes a nice clean overtake into turn 3. Now into turn 4. Now let's have a look at what the Williams is doing here. He's just finishing his lap 3, I believe. He is quite far back. Quite far. 39 seconds back from, I don't know who, but he's taken off that time by 20 seconds. I don't know who he's chasing after. I don't know who that time is set on actually. So the Red Bull out in front, holding his pace nicely. We got the McLaren in second, and we have the Ferrari in third. That's your podium finishes for the moment as we go on to start for lap number 5. Nice and clean there for the Red Bull, going down into turn 2. He's just slowly starting to build that gap up from the McLaren, and that's going to be what you need. It's what you want to do. You want to slowly start to build that gap up and just dominate for the rest of the race. Not much action going on at this very moment, so there's not much to talk about. We can talk about qualifying. That was quite a good qualifying. The Williams picked up the fastest lap, and he is now down into P11. I thought my mic was muted for another second there. So the Williams picked up the fastest lap in qualifying, who then pitted from the lead and finds himself coming out in P11, just in front of the Sauber. That Red Bull's really starting to build up that gap now. He's got a 3-second gap between him and McLaren. You've got to remember, this is off pure pace alone and not about the cars, because the cars are all on equal performance. So the McLaren driver, Kev, obviously doesn't look to have that much pace in him today compared to the Red Bull driver in the in first position. We'll just let this sit on to the Red Bull, and actually no, we'll go on to the McLaren, because there looks to be some fighting between him and the Ferrari. It looks to be a bit of a DRS chain going from here, P15, down to the end of the Mercedes line. I'm coughing so much. Every time I talk a bit too much, I just have to cough. It's horrible. Right, back on to the McLaren and the Ferrari. They have swapped positions. I don't think it was intentional. I can't speak anymore. But there's been a 10-second penalty handed to the Alpine for speeding in the pit lane. I don't always agree with that penalty. I think it could always be a 5-second penalty. But obviously EA have their own minds. Yeah, so we don't really get a choice of it. Making tunes. Let's have a look down towards midfield. There's not really... Oh, and that's a... What happened there? I'm just gonna watch the replay on my phone. Let's go to the Alpine. Yeah, he just looked to maybe put on the power a bit too much. I'm not too sure how you go backwards into the wall. But that's certainly one crash. And he finds himself in P14 with a penalty. That's the 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Nice and close to the wall, up into the castle section. Perfect through the castle section for the Alpine. There looks to be the McLaren and the Ferrari slowly building a gap between that McLaren, which is what the Ferrari will want to do. Let's go have a look at this. What's the closest battle at the moment? This guy. And he overtakes 2 cars in the Wanner. A bit more battling down in the midfield. That's because he pitted. There isn't much fun to that. But if we go have a look at the Aston Martin, McLaren roars by him. It's not really, other than maybe this battle, that's the closest one. Yeah. Otherwise, that Red Bull's really starting to build a gap between him and the rest of the grid. Yeah, the Red Bull really starting to just pull away from the rest of the grid with a 5.6 second gap advantage between him and the Ferrari. And I'm just going to check quickly, because we had an announcement set up earlier for our drivers. So I'm just going to check how many pit stops. A minimum of 3 pit stops for every single driver this this race. That's quite a few pit stops, especially for 26 laps. We're already on lap 9. Let's have a look at who has pitted so far. So we've had quite a few pit stops happen already. I don't know if many of them are the same, if they're just trying to get them out of the way. We've had quite a few pit stops already, and we've got a caution into turn 1, but there looks to be, as I've disappeared, a bit of a train from the Alpine. That includes the both of them McLaren. We've had a swap between the Ferrari and the Aston Martin. The Ferrari just looks to be getting away from the Aston Martin. Into the castle section, every driver keeping it nice and clean through there. Ferrari really chasing down on that Red Bull. He will be using as much of that battery as he can to try and get past him, or saving it. He looks to be saving it for the long straight, and then with the that is not nice from the Ferrari. I don't know if that was intentional, but he's not got any front wing damage, which is good for the Red Bull. Right, here we go. So the Ferrari should get DRS on the Red Bull from about now-ish. He's not got DRS. Oh no, he has, sorry. He's already overtook him, that's why. We've got a few people coming into the pits now. We've got the Red Bull, the Vija Cash App Red Bull, and couldn't tell who else was in there. But we've definitely got a DRS chain forming now from the start of the Red Bull in P2. That's a 24-second gap between him and P1 at the moment. And that's the fastest lap set by the Williams of a 1:42.5. Those laps will slowly start to get quicker and quicker as we go on through the rest of the race, because you start to burn that fuel more, and you slowly reduce the weight of the car. And in qualifying, you only take about 2, maybe 3 laps of fuel out with you. 1 out lap, 1 flying lap, 1 in lap, to get the quickest time that you can achieve, really. Whereas they're not allowed to refuel. I think that was from 2010, after multiple incidents happened with refueling in the pit lane during the race, so they had to ban that. So now drivers take all the fuel they need, and they normally go over a bit, so drivers take maybe a lap extra fuel, because they burn fuel quite well, these cars. I say quite well, it's not actually too bad, but you always need that extra bit of fuel, otherwise you're going to be fuel saving and lifting and coasting wherever you can, and keeping those lap times down and letting the rest of the grid almost catch up to you, which you do not want. But as I've been speaking, the Red Bull has come into the pits for a new set of medium tyres, and I will just make sure that is definitely true. Yeah, he's just pitted for the medium tyres, so everyone has pitted now at least once. And don't forget, you've got to do 3 pit stops within this race. And that Alpine is still... Oh no, sorry, it's the Williams now with -11. It's not the best, I'll say that. We will keep the interval up just so we can check on our drivers lap times, or not lap times, gap to the next car. So that DRS, oh my, sorry. That DRS chain slowly starting to break. That Ferrari just pulling away a bit more. The McLaren is still on him, but not enough to grab DRS. Down into turn 1, braking just before the curb starts. Need keeping it nice and tight. That's perfect coming from the Ferrari there, with the McLaren following after him. So, and that's a 10-second penalty for, let's have a look, who was it? The Sauber, who has just dived into the pits for making contact with the Aston Martin. Yeah, and that DRS chain is definitely broken up now, with the Red Bull almost pushing out the gap a bit more. Slowly but surely pushing the gap out by enough to make improvements every lap. We'll go on board with the Red Bull. That's not the Red Bull. That's also not the Red Bull. Well, that's the Red Bull. Down into the final braking zone. Burn all of his DRS, he's got none left. Have a look at his Telemen. Oh, I can't speak. But he has just set the fastest lap of the race, and I forgot to look at it before I went. We can still look at it though. If we go to details. Oh, that's here. So he's at 142. Oh, it's contact with. We'll see if he's got any damage with him. Doesn't look to have any damage. But as I was saying, that's a lap time of a 42.3 for the Red Bull. As we can see, the penalties. Red Bull's picked up a 3-second penalty. He is in P1. In P9, we've got the Alpine picking up a 10-second penalty. In P10, the Sauber with a 10-second penalty. In P18, we've got the Aston Martin picking up a 3-second penalty. And in P19, we have got a 10-second penalty. And obviously, the first DNF of the race, not saying it will be the last, is the Dutch Lion. Look to be, it's because he's pitted to grab himself a new front wing. It's a nice stop there from Sauber. He will just come out in front of the Haas. So there is no close drivers at the moment, other than this McLaren and Visa Cash Red Bull, and should get the DRS. Would be fair if he got the DRS, but the McLaren dives into the pit lane there. He slowed down a bit too much there. Nice pit, very nice pit stop there for McLaren. He took out his front right tyre changer guy, whatever his name is. Took him out whilst pitting. We've got a bit of action between this Alpine and the Williams. He's got the DRS on him. Will he get the overtake? Will he get the inside line? Williams defending that inside line. Can the Alpine get around him? He can't, and he stays in P10 for now. We've almost got another DRS chain forming here, starting with the Sauber. Then we've got the Williams, the Alpine, the McLaren, and the Haas just slowly starting to build on them. Let's have a look into P1. Just want to see this pit stop here. Was he? And that's a virtual safety car. For what reason? I don't have a clue. For what reason? I'm sure we will see most drivers jumping into the pit to change their tyres and to get a free pit stop. But the virtual safety car is out, and that's a 10-second penalty for two 10-second penalties. And I think that Ferrari was just ahead of time there. And it's a drive-through penalty for the Aston Martin for speeding under the safety car. I don't know why the safety car is out if it's a virtual safety car. I'm not too sure about that. I'm very not too sure about that. But yet again, that Ferrari just over the speed limit he's allowed to do. Also breaking his delta time. We'll go and see what the Red Bull is up to. Yeah, slowly cruising his way around the track. And I'm thinking he'll go into the pits. Obviously, I could be wrong, but I believe that this Red Bull will make his way into the pits. We've got a few drivers with penalties still. Obviously, the Red Bull we're looking at the moment. P5 has got a 10-second penalty, P15 has got a drive-through penalty, and P18 has got a 10-second penalty as well. If the Red Bull is to pit, I do believe he will stay out in front. Yeah, he looks like he is pitting here. I believe he will stay in front of the rest of the grid, if I am not mistaken. It looks like the medium tyres coming out here. And there's a 10-second penalty for the Aston Martin again. And another 10-second penalty for the Aston Martin. I'll have a look at... We can see what for. Nope, we cannot. Yeah, but the McLaren... not the McLaren. The Red Bull staying out in front, catching up towards the safety car that is for some reason not a virtual safety car. It shows it's a virtual safety car on my screen, but not too sure what went on with that. He's caught up to the safety car, and now that so this will just the safety car will pretty much bunch the rest of the grid up, and yeah, it will not. I'm hoping for a good restart. I don't know what that Sauber's doing, whether or not he's unlapping himself, and he is disqualified for ignoring yellow flags. So not the smartest way to get disqualified. But yeah, the safety car should just bunch up the rest of the grid, and we should get a nice restart. Ferrari getting alongside the Red Bull there very nicely. And we've had the Red Bull, who was in P1, leave the session. Oh no, that is going to put a big twist on things. That will mean the Ferrari will stay, or the Ferrari will get P1 position as the Red Bull makes his way into the pits there to retire his car, I believe. Let's have a look. Oh no, he's changing tyres. He's also taking his 3-second penalty. There he goes. I don't know what that left the session meant then. Not too sure about that. That has left the Ferrari in P1 under the safety car conditions. I'm not too sure why the Haas is behind the Ferrari. He is meant to be unlapping himself, I'm pretty sure. Right, I will be back in a minute. Hopefully the safety car doesn't come in whilst I'm away, and hopefully the grid can stay without crashing. I will be back very shortly. So, just got back, and the safety car is in, and we are racing again. I'm not too sure how long the safety car has been in for. There was definitely a few penalties that came in, and I think the one with the most is Dressy Lemon, the Aston Martin driver. I don't know how it's possible. So there looks to be a bit of a DRS chain forming from the Ferrari's point of view. Quite a few cars in that chain. DRS has been enabled, and Dressy Lemon yet again has been hit with another penalty. I'm not too sure what for. He's driving limping very slowly. I think he has front wing damage. Yeah, he's got no front wing whatsoever. So I believe that he's retired. That is one way to retire in fashion, and that is going to be what I believe is another safety car coming out. And something has come out. I believe it's a safety car. Not too certain though. Let's have a look at the boards, and it's a safety car. The safety car, oh no, virtual safety car is out yet again. The Ferrari still in first, and who was leading the race in honourable style, the Red Bull is now down into 13th with a 3-second penalty. Dressy, come up to the stage.
Hello.
What happened with you? You had about 10 penalties coming your way.
Yeah, so basically, while Tripod was first corner, he basically dived in the inside. I pretty much hit the wall when it destroyed my front wing. And basically I pitted, I came back out and I was right behind him again. And he did the same thing again, so I pitted again for a new front wing. And he just kept brake checking me, and then I had a clear run, and then what had happened is because I basically already fucked my strategy, I had to go back to the basics of it. I went back onto some soft tyres that I were on, and they were already cut because they'd already flat spotted. Yeah. And I braked, and when I braked, the rear just locked and it pushed me over the white line, so I got 10 seconds. I only got 3 warnings, I think, for track limits, which was really annoying because I was on for an absolute flyover race, and with everything that happened, it was just absolutely unavoidable. Every time I'd run into him, and
yeah, I watched you sort of just like give up, I think.
Well, no, what had happened is I went to actually turn. Yeah, so I'd lost my front wing, and I could not turn.
Yeah, I thought you were retiring in style.
No, my aim was not to retire at all. I was still. I mean, over the next 4 laps, I think stuff will change quite drastically. But the fact that because he braked onto the castle just before the castle. Yeah. I don't remember which turn it is.
Yeah, that's when the yellow flag came out.
Yeah, he braked just before that, and my front wing was destroyed again. And then he basically what happened is I managed to reset to the track and get in front of him, and all these issues. Like right now, for example, if I was in, I will be P12, so I will be in the points. But this is one of the worst races I've ever seen. It was absolutely horrible. Like we've got a few new guys in from reserves, and they're doing quite well. For example, Sensible Fish, he's new. He's in 2nd place. He's done his, I believe, how many stops has he done?
I'm not too sure. A few, I think. Probably, I'd guess at this point 4, because I wouldn't want to pit again.
Yeah. Obviously, with it being a mandatory free stop, I mean, all my it was added. So if stuff went wrong, because everyone was on that free stop, there was still time to recover. But I ended up stopping 6 times, so I was, and I didn't even finish. Yeah. So
I will be back with you in just a minute. So if you'd like to commentate off of what you see on my screen, you're very welcome to.
I mean, we. Oh, he's pitting. That's actually quite. Wait, he's not pitted yet. It's actually quite surprising. I'm gonna bring. Hold on. Yo. What happened, man? What happened?
Mini said I brake checked him when safety car was out, and I don't think I did. And then he just fucking rammed into me 2 times. I lost my front wing. Oh, no. So yeah, I got like clipped, and then I kept up the grid now.
Yeah, I mean, like today was an absolute mess. I can't believe he's still in wild tripod though. Did you see him in turn 1?
Yes, I got no penalties. That's like achievement for me.
I mean, I had 46 seconds.
I saw that.
Yeah, so I got a drive through, but I was paused, and I was like paused, and I unpaused, and it was like, you've got a drive through, and it was like, what the hell? And it turned out the entire time under that fucking virtual safety car, he had been ramming me, and he was like ramming me.
You got the clip?
No, I didn't record any of it because I knew this was going to be a mess. But
Nah, I recorded it for my safety.
yeah, I mean, the way it's probably going to work with this one is whoever I feel needs banning is getting banned. It's like it's that simple. Because today was an absolute mess. Like once he's gone, once the race is finished, is it a safety car? It's a safety car.
Yeah, it's really weird on my screen. It showed just like a caution. When the first safety car came out, it was a virtual safety car for me, and I was wondering why the safety car was out. But this race doesn't look like it's going to end in style. What's happened here?
Someone did that.
Yeah, I don't have a clue who did that.
Yeah, I know who did it. I want to know how he did it. Okay.
Slow Daddy?
No, it wasn't. I know who it was. I don't know how the hell they've done that though. Are you okay to share your screen again?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna create a new voice chat in stuff, or maybe FI.
Can you recreate race events? Someone fucking Wooter somehow deleted it.
Probably because the time ran out.
Nah. Oh yes, it did actually.
We've probably gone overrun because of all the safety cars.
Yeah. You okay to share your screen? Sorry.
Is it not sharing already?
Yeah, it is. Sorry, I missed it. Yeah.
Safety car is in this lap.
Mate, he's gone. Like, if
The bot.
I don't understand why this has taken so long for him to stay
No point
in.
for us, this race.
Get him out. Get him out, please.
Yeah,
Please get him out.
yeah, he's gone, mate. Don't worry.
No point for,
I saw what he did to you. He just took you out.
I know. And during the safety car as well, he was trying to take us over.
Yeah, I'm like,
Come on.
I'm just absolutely fucking speechless.
Who
Like,
is it that's taking people out?
Noah, Ohio.
Who?
the guy right at the bottom?
Yeah.
He's going out. Mini is going out.
How do you mess up that corner with traction control on a new set of softs? Oh my god, there's just been a crash. Felt.
No way, it felt fresh.
Yeah.
Like, did he hit the wall? Yeah.
Oh my god, that is fucking tight. Oh.
Hang on, let me change cameras.
Get some.
Oh, that's...
If everyone pitted under that safety car, I stopped 6 times, by the way, because I kept getting taken out by fucking that Sauber.
Bell's just taking out my teammate.
I accidentally took you and your teammate out.
Oh, what was that? The safety car?
Yeah, coming out of the pits.
Yeah, I thought yeah.
I braked and I braked on the white line and my rear just locked and I just slid.
Yeah.
Oh! He's gone. He's finished. Wild Tripod's going to overtake him at this rate.
Oh, my race was fucked anyway.
Yeah, mine got fucked right from qualifying when I was impeded.
Yeah, same.
I set 1 lap and I did it on low fuel mode.
The first turn. See the wall on the right where like the wall sticks out.
Yeah.
I went into that and I didn't even hit my front wing. My tyre just
disintegrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I came out first time, and Wild Tripod. Oh, he's really struggling, isn't he? I knew this would happen. His setup just was not that.
Yeah, fuck you. Dressy.
Yeah?
Go watch the ticket.
What ticket?
The only ticket. Go watch it. That I didn't brake check him. I got like I was above the delta. That's the problem. I mean below. I had in red. Yes.
What the hell? You definitely brake checked him there.
Yes, but I had red.
Why did you brake on the racing line?
I was on the left. On my screen, I was more left. Look, I mean, we can go staff call and I can show you. No problem. We can go discuss.
Fuck.
Look, you watch. That's it.
Two secs.
Yeah, no.
I want to see this new guy absolutely score a podium out of the blue.
He's not going to. He's got a 10-second penalty.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna go like P4.
He's probably going to be behind the Mercedes.
Nah, no chance. Behind.
I can go.
Yeah, maybe behind your.
He's definitely not going to be behind Wild Tripod.
Oh, he went P4. Oh, P6. Oh, P8.
P9.
Oh!
He had it right.
In all fairness, I think I know why he got the penalty, so he might actually get it removed.
Andres, you have time to go in staff call?
2 secs.
Jesse, you did not do 6 stops. You did 4 stops.
4 stops, sorry. 4 stops.
The Sauber did 7. That's the most.
Wonder why.
Who hasn't crossed the line yet? Ah, I know.
Yeah.
This guy.
I'm not even going to say his name.
Noah. There we go.
Oh.
Right, that is the end of the race. Thankfully.
That was fucking horrible. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. P1.
P2 probably.
You're P9. P10, sorry.
Yeah, that was an impressive.
I'm Baku though. Yeah?
Sorry that I almost made you spin there.
No problem.
Just
Look at, you
didn't
see how
know-
they're